Merry meet and welcome to the general reading for all signs for today, the 7th of January, 2024. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Sarah, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Suzanne. Thank you so much, Sarah, and thank you, Suzanne, for joining us. Thank you for moderating, and thank you to everybody for joining us today. You know, if you're watching on YouTube on a restream, you can fast forward through all my shuffling if you don't feel like watching it, by using the timestamps right in the video description. Today we are reading with this Crystal Tarot, published by Lo Scarabeo, and I'm going to purify with this Verveine by L'Occitane. 3 sprays in this very big room is more than sufficient, and it's a nice substitute for burning smudge if you don't like to burn things indoors. You can find information about purchasing this deck and that perfume right in the video description of this very video on my YouTube channel. This does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem like it's applying to you, don't force it. It just may not be meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign, all of which are available for easy restream right on the website, arielscorner.com, arielscorner.com. You can just click on the free online tarot readings link right in the main menu. If you are watching this on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch, and you can watch on Twitch without any pesky ads when you subscribe to us there. If you'd like to give this channel a donation, it's easy to do. You can use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks right in the chat thread, or if you're watching on a restream, it's a super thanks. And if you don't feel like doing that, you can use our PayPal portal, paypal.me/ArielGatoga, paypal.me/ArielGatoga. We do appreciate your support. Mostly, we just appreciate that you're here today for this general reading for all signs. I'm going to do my best for you today. Just want to shuffle this maybe two more times. I think should do it. And then we'll give this deck a nice clean cut. And we'll see what's in the cards for everybody today, the 7th of January, 2023. Starting off with the Page of Cups, the Fool, and the Ace of Spades, or Swords, I should say. Wow, what a wonderful day. I love the Fool card today. Keeping your mind open, letting yourself be guided and led, not second-guessing yourself, not overthinking things, allowing your innocence to shine through. You've had some good news, and many of you aren't even aware that you've had good news because the good news comes in through your silent periods with yourself. So if you're not spending some silent time where you're just being quiet and listening to inner spirit, to the spirit speaking through your inner voice, do yourself a favor and start giving yourself even a few minutes of that a day, because there's some really, really good news, and it's been broadcast to you over and over again lately. And so if you're not hearing that good news, it's time to say, no, I want to hear that. I want to hear that, because this good news is not only talking to you about your innocence and about new opportunities that are going to present themselves to you when you're not looking for them. That's the trick when you get the Fool card sometimes, is that if there are new opportunities or new ways of doing things or new ways of solving problems, which could be part of it too because of this Ace of Swords, relationship problems, money problems, whatever the problems are, it's saying the solution is going to be there. But if you're looking for the solution, it's often you're looking in the wrong place, because you need to have that open, innocent mind so that the solution drops into your mind rather than you trying to go figure it out. It can be so hard to do that because we're trained in this world to figure things out, fix. And have you noticed that we have fixed ourselves into a problem over and over and over again? All of our improvements, especially our self-improvement, sometimes tie us up into knots. And so this reading is encouraging you to not improve yourself, to not think in terms of, what can I do What do I need to do? How do I need to figure this out? And just to be open-minded and let the solutions and let the ideas and the inspirations come through you, and allow it to be a wonderful surprise. Allow things to be a wonderful surprise today. Where it's going to bring you when you do that is that conquering, winning experience of the Ace of Swords, where you're just the winner and you can't help yourself. It's almost like you've heard of beginner's luck. Beginner's luck isn't necessarily just because you're new at something. It's because you don't know any better. You have beginner's luck because you're open and receptive to whatever, because you're new, it's so new that you're just innocent. You haven't made up your mind about things yet. So you can have beginner's luck all the time just by keeping and staying with that beginner's mind, that empty sort of Zen mind of, I don't know what anything means. I don't know what anything is, but I'm sure excited to be shown. I'm sure excited to be shown. And boy, when you're shown, boy, are you ever shown with this Ace of Swords. All your power is just given to you that you've always had, but you've never known how to access it necessarily, like you can learn how to access it now. This is a very lofty sort of reading, but what else are we going to do with these cards except for tell you what's on the table here? We've got the 10 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. Yes, that is an 8, not a 9. I screwed up yesterday and switched the swords. But you know, sometimes when I do that, just so you know, if I happen to, if you see me misreading something, almost always it's because I need to see it that way. Sometimes it's a total mistake. If I notice the mistake, I'll correct it. But if I don't notice the mistake, almost always it's because that's how it needs to be read. Anyway, let's go on. So this High Priestess card is that mystery, like we were talking about, things just coming out of nowhere. You're not looking for them. You don't know what to expect. And since you have that open mind of the Fool, things can just appear out of the blue, out of nowhere. And they tend to appear when you can calm your mind down. These two swords here, this 10 and this 8, are not indicators of a calm mind. So you don't want a busy mind and then the Fool, because then that's just foolishness. You want a calm mind and then the Fool, because then that's an open beginner's mind. If your mind is super busy and super obsessive and worrying and focusing on the past and resenting and feeling guilty and all of that stuff, feeling embarrassed, whatever your mind is full of, then you add the Fool energy to that, all you do is make foolish mistakes, because your mind is being co-opted by all of that busyness. And so instead, we want to, like we talked about earlier, learn how to sit in silence, clear your mind, just even for a few moments. And people say, oh, that's so hard to do. No, it's not. Just stop telling yourself that. That's oh, it's so hard to clear my mind thing was something that was introduced a long, long time ago by people that didn't want people to have a clear mind. So we have this whole mythology and this whole legend that it's so hard to meditate. It's so hard to have a clear mind. No, it's not. It's super simple, and you're going to prove it to yourself just by, and you don't have to do it for Olympic amounts of time. You can do it for 60 seconds where you just sit and you think of nothing except for being receptive. And if your mind starts to wander, you just gently bring it back. And even if all you feel like you're doing is gently bringing it back for a minute, you've done the job. You've done the work. You've opened your mind enough. And it only needs to be opened a crack, just a tiny little sliver, so that your innocence can be revealed, and that this good news can seep in. And when this good news seeps into that, just even small bit of an opening of your mind, of that little bit of momentary, instantaneous silence, that is enough for everything to start to change and manifest for you. And manifest it does. Manifest, it really wants to manifest into a place where you almost feel is impossible right now, based on these The Ten of Swords is usually when something bad has happened and you can't get over what happened, and you're sort of stuck in the past and either resenting it or regretting it or whatever it is. And then this obsessive mind here, this 8, which obsesses and it can't let go of a thought. Those ways of using your mind convince you that you can never have what you want, that you can never have the things that you want, that you can never be the person you want to be, that it's just too far away and it's just too hard. And so then what they do is that part of the mind that loves to just stay stuck, sometimes what it'll do is, just so that you stay busy, is give you all kinds of formulas to use to sort of like get what you want out of life. And so you see people just really being busy, trying to get what they want, and they never get it. They're just busy. They're just busy with the new thing, and then another new thing, and then another new thing. And this reading is really encouraging you to just stop all of that, just to stop and relax and just take a few minutes at a time to calm your mind down and let that good news in. And that's going to be enough for you to open your mind as this fool, this beginner's mind, so that so-called beginner's luck starts happening. And you surprise yourself when that happens. You surprise yourself because things just work. It's like, whoa, how did that happen? It almost gets scary. So it's just like, oh, is that okay? It's just, that was very quick and very easy. And then another very quick, easy thing. And then another very quick, easy thing, all coming seemingly out of the blue. And that's just because you've allowed yourself to quiet your mind, let go of all of whatever you're ruminating over, even for an instant, and let that little bit of opening happen so that that good news from Spirit comes into you and starts to permeate your consciousness so that you feel comfortable with your innocence again. Part of why we get so busy with resentments and upset and obsession is because we're not comfortable being innocent, because we've been convinced, we've been snowed by this world that we're guilty. Isn't that horrible that we do that to each other and to ourselves? Oh, they're guilty. I'm guilty. You're guilty. We're all guilty. Miserable sinners, all of us. We're all going to hell. That's just sort of like this general malaise that humanity has, and it's not the truth. It's not the truth. You are innocent. You're an innocent child of God who deserves to be happy, healthy, joyous, free. But you've got to take responsibility for the fact that your mind is undisciplined. So discipline it just even a little bit. Now, one thing you can use is that off switch. If you notice that you're being super obsessive, that you can just search YouTube for Gatoga off switch. And the other one you might want to listen to is that magic minute, because it's going to help you learn how to meditate in a way that's very simple and easy and doesn't take very long, so that you can open your mind to this good news. And then the last one that you may want to work with is this one on the High Priestess card. And that one is called Working with the Goddess of Mystery. And that's that force where everything just comes out of the blue for you. That it's all kind of done for you in background. And then when it manifests, it can be a little startling, but it's a good kind of startling. So just expect all of that happening today. Some manifestations coming out of the blue, but you got to take charge of your mind and do your best to keep it somewhat open to the idea that you don't know what's possible. You don't know how good it can be, and you're willing to be surprised. You're willing to be amazed. You're willing to have some things happen for you that are really wonderfully unexpected. All right. You're going to do great today. What a lovely reading. I'm super happy with that. And thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Suzanne and Sarah. We're off on Monday, so we will see everybody on Tuesday for another general reading. Blessed be.